Martin Allen, the 19th of October 1964, probably before or in 1998, is a British teenager who mysteriously disappeared on the 5th of November 1979. No trace of Allen has been found and his fate remains unknown. Background: Martin Allen and his brothers grew up in a council flat in Hornsey, where their mother was a secretary at Tufnell Park Primary School. When Martin was 12, his father gained employment as a chauffeur to the Australian High Commissioner, and the whole family moved to a cottage in the grounds of the Australian High Commission in Kensington, London. This was a significant change in circumstance, and their new neighbours included the De Beers jewellery family. Margaret Thatcher and Ted Keith were regular visitors to the street, and Thatcher had a passing acquaintance with Allen's father. Martin attended the Central Foundation Grammar School in Old Street and was described as intelligent, good at French, maths and drawing. Martin was a shy boy, young for his age, and not the type to run away from home. Disappearance: on the 5th of November 1979, Allen travelled home from school on the London Underground. His intention was to go to see his older brother, Bob, who lived near Holloway Road, but he needed to go home first in order to collect some money. At around 3:50 p.m. he said goodbye to some school friends at King's Cross Station and set off in the direction of the Piccadilly line platform to travel home. Initial reports state that this was the last confirmed sighting of Martin. Later reports state that Martin came home around 5 p.m. as witnessed by his brother Kevin, but went straight out again. Allen failed to reach his brother Bob's home. The family were not alarmed that Martin did not come home that night, as they knew that if it got too late Martin would stay at his brother Bob's house. The next day, the family had not heard anything. At 7 p.m. Mrs. Allen rang Bob. The parents phoned Martin's best friend, Robert, who told them Martin had not been at school. The parents then called the police. Initial investigation: when he was reported missing, a large-scale police operation was launched supported by a media campaign. This failed to locate Allen. The police searched Martin's bedroom and the family cottage for 9 hours but did not find any fingerprints, not even any belonging to Martin himself. After a TV appeal 5 weeks after the disappearance, a male witness came forward to report seeing a man accompanying a boy acting suspiciously at Gloucester Road Tube Station at 4:15 p.m. on the day of the disappearance. This was about half an hour after Martin disappeared. The witness reported that the man was standing with his arm around the shoulder of a boy resembling Martin. The boy appeared distressed and both parties appeared to be nervous as they got onto a tube train. The witness saw the man prod the boy in the back and overheard him tell the boy not to try to run when the pair left the train at Earl's Court Station. The witness described the man as 6 foot tall, in his 30s, well-built, with very blonde hair and a mustache, and was wearing a denim jacket and trousers. The investigation to find the identity of the man was described at the time as London's biggest ever house-to-house search. It included a visit to every property in Earl's Court, the publication of an artist's impression, and the wide circulation of identikit pictures of the man. Investigators eliminated 200 possible suspects, spoke to 50,000 people and collected 600 statements during the inquiry. The identity of the man was never discovered. Allen's brother Jeffrey alleged that in the early stages of the police investigation, the detective responsible for the original 1979 investigation had told the Allen family that there were high-up people involved and that they should stop talking and not take it further because someone will get hurt. Subsequent events: in 1984, a book on the case by writer Anton Gill was published by Corgi Books. In 1998, it was reported that police in Liverpool, acting on an anonymous tip-off, had discovered a shrine dedicated to Martin at the home of an alleged pedophile. Officers reportedly visited the house of the 62-year-old man and found a makeshift shrine including newspaper cuttings, pictures and a headstone engraved in memory of Martin Allen. This bizarre development prompted a brief resurgence of interest in the case, but no new leads were forthcoming. In 2009, police told Kevin and Jeffrey that the files on the investigation had been destroyed in a flood. In 2009, Alan's parents conceded they had no hope of seeing him alive again, believing him to have been abducted. They stated their wish simply to know what had happened and why. Martin's father, Tom, died in 2012. His mother, who has since also died. Subsequent investigations. The case was closed in the 1980s, but reopened in 2009 in light of new information. The officer leading the new police investigation admitted that police were baffled by the case and that, despite a massive initial inquiry and a good response from the public, they had few leads. The police interviewed serial killer Dennis Nilsen twice about Martin's disappearance. No evidence of a connection was found. In 2012, British police initiated a number of new investigations into child abuse allegations dating back over the previous 20 to 30 years. This included a reinvestigation of claims of child abuse at the Elm Guesthouse. Elm House was a London guest house where it was known that exploitation and abuse of children had taken place repeatedly over a prolonged period of time during the 1970s and 1980s. The location of Elm Guesthouse, along with the known predatory activities of the individuals involved there, have led to media speculation that Martin and another boy, 8-year-old Vishal Malhotra, could have been abducted and later murdered by pedophiles active at the guest house around that time. In 2015, Operation Midland officers told Kevin to prepare for the worst as they had credible evidence from a VIP gang survivor that Martin had been murdered. Operation Midland interviewed Carl Beach, then known publicly under the pseudonym Nick, who falsely claimed that he saw 3 boys being murdered by the pedophile network. One was run over, another strangled by a Conservative MP, and the third killed in front of a government minister. Beach told police that former Tory MP Harvey Proctor had been responsible for 2 of the murders and had been implicated in the third. Proctor denied any and all allegations and did not recognize any FIT photograph of the boy when questioned. The allegations were proved false and Beach was proved to be a fantasist. Beach was convicted of crimes related to lying to police in July 2019 and was jailed for 18 years. In April 2015, it was announced by the police that some of the lost evidence had been rediscovered. In May 2016, Operation Melswick superseded Operation Midland and was formed specifically to reinvestigate Martin Allen's case. Police questioned Sidney Cook, a pedophile gang leader who was jailed for life in 1985. See also list of people who disappeared. References